I'm Richard Eisenberg, and this is Friends Talk Money. Today's show is all about how women over 50 can make their money last through retirement. Of course, men over 50 need to make their money last too, but the need is especially great for women because they tend to live longer than men and often are single in their later years. That means they often have more years to stretch their savings. Later, we'll find out what my co-hosts have to say about the topic, but first, let's hear from Cindy Hounsell. She's the president of WISER, which stands for Women's Institute for Secure Retirement. Cindy is based in Washington, D.C., and has testified before Congress often on the topic of women, money, and retirement. I talked with her at the American Society on Aging conference in New Orleans. Cindy says too many women over 50 aren't financially prepared for retirement.
They don't take the action maybe that they need to because women have always been too busy. It hasn't been their biggest priority, but it's their biggest fear is running out of money in retirement. Study after study shows that.
Right.
People ignore it until it happens, and then they don't make the decision early enough, right? Mm-hmm. So there's always better decisions that you can make, and most people know. Yeah. They know they don't have enough money, but people are hopeful that something good will happen or things will change.
Magical thinking.
Yeah, right. But it doesn't. That's why so many women over 85 are living in poverty for the first time.
So what kinds of things do you think women who are in their 50s and 60s should be doing or thinking about doing so they maybe have less stress about this and maybe actually are making their retirements more, if not comfortable, then at least livable?
Plan. Start thinking about where the income is coming from. Finding out what your Social Security benefit is. Where do you have any other money coming from anywhere? Are you saving? Because if you're not saving and you're in your 50s and you're a woman and you're not married and you don't have a big pension that's waiting for you, you better be doing something fast.
Interesting.
So.
And one of the things that bothers me, and I'm wondering what do you think about that, is that for people who are working and even if they have a 401k, by and large, their employer doesn't tell them what that 401k is going to mean for them when they retire. They'll say it will amount to X dollars total, but what does that mean on a month-to-month basis? I'm wondering, is that an issue for you, something you're concerned about?
Yeah, and we have that on our website, Your Future Paycheck, and it's really pretty simple. You put in your sex, your gender, how much money you have, and what that comes up monthly. Mm-hmm. That helps people, if you get them to run through those numbers. Oh, I have $100,000 and that's going to give me, whatever, $500 a month or something.
Okay. Right.
For the rest of my life or something.
Right. So then you can say, okay, well, I can live on that, or no, I can't live on that. Right. I better do something about it.
Right. Or it pays for one bill or something, or I'm going to have to work. Most people should work longer, and everyone that I know that is taken early are say 10 years ago are all unhappy and are all looking for money.
Right.
So Uber driving, these are people that had big jobs.
Yeah. But a lot of times they want to work full-time for an employer, but employers don't want to see them because they're over 50 and they are basically persona non grata.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of them also don't want to be working full time in another big job.
That too.
But
right.
they left their job or they got pushed out for various reasons.
Uh-huh.
And the other big piece is that people don't understand you had to pay premiums for your Medicare, and that adds up to a lot. And
people think Medicare is free, and it's not.
Well, they think they've already paid.
Right.
Like they've paid Social Security, So for a lot of people, just knowing what's available. So we've, if you don't have the money, you could at least plan so that people know every service available in your neighborhood. So you have the area agency on aging. You have the elder care locator where you can, go and find out what help, what your process is going to be. You don't wait till grandma or auntie or mom, falls on the floor. You've figured this out. So it spells it out, and that seems to help people plan as opposed to not planning.
Right.
And if you can afford, long-term care, then a lot of the I see the ads all the time now for the, convert your life insurance and add a rider and.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I don't know why you need so much life insurance if you don't have any money for anything else anyway.
Right. And usually life insurance is to replace an income that somebody needs, and so you often have it when you have young children. But I would think when you're in your 50s and 60s, if nobody's counting on your income anymore or not as much, your need for insurance is not as great.
Right.
Yeah. So it sounds to me like the bottom line is women who are concerned that they're going to run out of money need to be more proactive and start looking at what they have, what they need, and then do what they can to try to get to the point where they'll be less concerned.
Right.
I hope you found Cindy Hounsell's insights and ideas useful, and that they'll help you make your money last.